Even the mountain's most silent hunter can be undone by something this small. From his ears to his tail, the infestation has spread further than he can manage alone. Across his shoulders, where his strength usually shows, the burden has quietly taken hold instead. His tail lashes out again and again, but this kind of irritation refuses to leave that easily. Underneath, hidden from sight, the burden runs just as deep as everywhere else. He shakes with everything a body this powerful can manage, and still, nothing changes. He rubs against stone, bark, anything at all, hunting for a relief that keeps slipping away. So he stands there, carrying a weight that has nothing to do with muscle or bone. It isn't pain exactly, just a constant, grinding presence that never fully fades. Even hunting takes a back seat when the itch refuses to be ignored. A dust roll helps a little, but it was never going to be enough on its own. The deepest clusters stay exactly where they were, untouched by all that effort. A cat this flexible still can't reach everywhere. Some places simply aren't his to clean. Solitary animals carry every burden alone. There's no one here to help him with this. There's no quick fix up here, only patience and the hope that something eventually shifts. So he waits, the way solitary animals learn to whirl, for help that hasn't found him yet. Not far off, a band of jays is combing the slope, bold, curious, and always looking for something worth investing. Steller's jays are famous for boldness. Few birds in these mountains are willing to get this close. One bird notices the burden written plainly across his coat. A quick exchange of calls, and the whole flock seems to agree on the same idea. Even a predator this sharp doesn't flinch. There's nothing threatening in this approach. The first bird lands carefully, testing whether this giant cat will allow it. And he doesn't drive it off. Whatever this is, it doesn't feel like a threat. This is where the burden finally starts to loosen its grip. The first pluck is careful, but it marks the start of a relief he could never manage himself. A second bird joins in, pulled straight toward the heaviest part of the burden. Stillness becomes cooperation, giving the jays exactly the time they need. Soon, the first pair is joined by the rest of the flock, caution giving way to shared purpose. Behind the ears, precision matters, and this cleaner works with surprising care. He can do only one thing now: hold still and let the relief come to him. The real work begins now, a small team spreading across his burdened body. At the neck, where the burden ran deepest, the birds begin to clear the first real space. For the bird, the burden becomes breakfast, a reward taken straight from his discomfort. Working together, the jays turn one meal into a full, coordinated cleanup. Some parasites hold on tighter than others, but even the toughest begin to give way. Already, his body begins to ease as the first real relief takes hold. As one region clears, the cleaners move on to the next hidden pocket. He shifts his weight without prompting, almost guiding them toward what still needs clearing. Only the densest pockets remain, and the birds turn to them with renewed focus. Patch by patch, his coat begins to look like his own again. Even along his muzzle, too delicate for rough handling, a cleaner now works with careful precision. The thicker fur hides what the eye misses, but not what these birds are quick enough to find. A parasite finally breaks free, and the burden becomes just a little lighter. For the cleaners, the work never really stops. Each bite leads straight into the next search. As one region clears, the cleaners move on to the next hidden pocket. Relief is visible now, not in speed, but in the way his whole body finally settles. Only a few strongholds remain, and the cleaners turn all their focus toward them. Even from a distance now, the difference is unmistakable. He carries himself lighter than before. Relief reaches his face first, softening the look of an animal no longer fighting constant irritation. Where his shoulder was once dotted with clusters, only scattered remnants now remain. He stretches out fully, moving now with an ease he hasn't had in days. The work is nearly done, reduced now to careful checks for the last hidden stragglers. Beneath the bird's work, his coat begins to catch the light the way it used to. Even his hind legs now need only a final pass for anything overlooked. Even the ridge feels calmer now, as if the tension has drained away along with the burden. The transformation is clear now, from burden and restlessness to balance and calm. The cleaners fall away one by one. Their task is complete and their reward is already taken. What remains is the same animal, yet clearly changed by the small lives that helped him. For the birds, the exchange ends simply, a full meal and a safe perch nearby. With the burden eased, he finally moves as if his body belongs to him again. From up here, the whole valley looks a little clearer than it did this morning. Seen from a distance, this moment looks small, yet it reveals one of nature's quiet balances. And in that quiet exchange, both lives go on. A reminder that survival can also mean partnership. Up here on the mountain, one hunter rests easier tonight, carried through by the smallest of allies.